bullshit a little bit with him, you know.
Right.
Shoot the shit, you know. He offered me a beer. I said, well, I just got some. I got my truck. I said, well, hell, that was a free beer. I should have took this.
I'm telling you. There you go.
I get my mic. Yeah. They can't hear me over this. Or you need it anyway. All right, let me see. See if I need to cut it one more.
I made a seen you on YouTube before.
Do what?
I may have seen you on YouTube before and didn't pay attention.
How many what?
I probably seen you on YouTube before.
You probably have. I got nearly 13,000 subscribers. And,
Johnny.
yeah, it's John. Sometime when I do a live, I have upwards of 40 to 50,000 people coming there and watch my.
Oh yeah. You know how to do this.
No.
Hey, number 6, how you doing?
Oh, we already live?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know we already live. No, you can talk. It don't. Unless you just don't want to,
No,
want to be on the live. I mean.
No, I don't care for it.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm fixing to get back. Oh, now what was you asking? Oh, what was you asking me anyway?
Put the burner on the cement.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Now, if I was going to put cement, I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd burn them. I would probably just treat them, you know. And the best way to treat posts.
You were saying not to put it in the hole.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you wouldn't want to put it in the hole. Like if you wasn't going to use cement, right? If you're just going to dig a hole, and with post hole digger or whatever, put your post in. I would. Some people fill a hole up with oil and diesel, and I wouldn't do that because it'll seep in the ground before it soaks into the pole. So I would treat the pole first, and I would take 5-gallon buckets. Set up. You can probably see it. How big a post you going to use? Probably you could probably put 2 or 3 in a bucket. And just let them sit there for a few days.
Yeah, probably a small one.
Okay.
I think I got pretty good many of those.
Well, that's what I'd do. But you do need to get the bark off of it.
So I need to let them sit for a while.
Yeah, I would. How long is it going to be before you start doing that?
Well, I'm going to start trying. I was going to try to put them down there, right?
Yeah.
But I probably end up having to wait.
Well, if you're going to leave them on, if they're going to be laying a few weeks right now, how it is, before you ever build your fence, probably the bark will start coming off. That sap will get dry between that bark and the post, and but that's what I would do. Now you can buy a debarker to go on a chainsaw and debark it. I actually got one, but my little saw is messed up. But I bought a debarker that goes on the end of it, and you spin it.
Have this little deal with a razor at the end of it.
No, this is got like blades on it. Your chain turns it. And it's got blades on it, about 4 inches wide. Man, you just peel that log with it. Turn your log, peel it some more. Yep. Yeah, it works pretty good too.
Okay.
Yeah. But let me get this log turned. All right. Yeah. Well, might have just ran out of gas. Oh, that is hot. I don't know what the temperature is today. Imagine it's about 100, ain't it? 90-something degrees. Where's my gloves over here, I think? Yeah, it's hot today. I don't know what I done with my gloves. That thing's so hot you can't hardly hold it. That's a cant hook. This is actually a log lift, what they call it, because you can hook the log and bend it over, and it'll pick it off the ground about 8 or 10 inches, and that way you could cut it, if whatever you need to do without getting your saw in the dirt.
Mr. Sarah, how you doing, Jumpstart?
Hey, how you doing there, mister?
So our Woodland Mills video was supposed to come out last week, but I emailed her because we were talking about chickens, and she says it's supposed to come out. What is this next Wednesday?
25th.
Yeah, the 25th. This next Wednesday.
Yeah, we got the people that makes these meals done an interview with us and gonna put a video up.
We'll be seeing it for the first time.
Yeah. Alright. That sucker's heavy. Alright. Let me see what I got. That's 14. So I'll probably take, but I ran out of gas. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna have to check my gas. Can't see. I'm gonna see if it's a crank. Might have to put some gas in it. Don't hold about a gallon of gas, but hell, you can run it all day long on a gallon. It must be bush hogging over there. I ain't sweating, I can't hardly see. That got a little pressure in it. Oh, gotta let the log stop down if you hit them. Don't mess that blade up. Hot.
What you gonna do with that big son of a bitch?
I'm gonna cut 4x4s out of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn it up on the side. Hey, we'll see you later. I'm gonna turn it up on the side and cut 4x4s out of it. Did that guy ever get a hold of you out there in that new?
That new one?
Yeah.
No.
He wants you to bush hog
Where's
his
he
property.
from? That ain't Tom, is it? The guy that owns that little one down there?
No. That's two different lots there. I didn't know. No, that's another guy there that's got that big one there.
You got my number?
I think Angelica's got his number. I think Angelica has got his number. Holler at her before you leave, and she'll give you his number.
Okay, well, I'm gonna bother you. I gotta go. My son-in-law, he ain't even cut them yet.
Yeah.
He got some hardwood logs.
Yeah.
They're not real big. I don't know. They may be 2 foot.
Yeah.
He wanting to know if you'd cut him some.
Yeah.
He got 10.
Yeah.
He works at Reed's Metals at Benton.
Yeah.
Haskell, really.
Yeah.
And he's a supervisor up there over the plant.
Yeah.
And he said he'd get you all the metal you wanted for that son of a bitch if you cut him some hardwood.
Yeah. Sure will.
He's got the metal right now, I think. But I told him he was fixing to put a top on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'd get you the metal.
Really?
Trade you the metal.
Yeah. Just tell him, I can't, about 23 inches as big as I can cut on my mill, which is a pretty good sized tree.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
I don't even know what thickness he wanted or nothing.
Yeah.
Probably like mine, 3/4 like that.
Well, just get back with me once he tells you or whatever, and you can tell him, 10-6 as long as I can cut
I
them.
told him that.
Yeah.
He said that was fine.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Swap out, yeah, sure will. Sure will.
I need to get a hold of that guy.
Yeah, he said he wanted you to push off for him.
I figured he would. That other guy down there, I went to St. James this morning. He wasn't home.
Yeah.
His wife was sitting down there outside. They don't have no lights or water or air conditioning or nothing.
Oh, I don't see how he's sitting in there. Now, I told him, I think we told him you charge at least $75 a night.
Push off?
Yeah. No, I didn't know if you went up in or not.
I've been getting 80.
Well, you tell him, Yeah, you tell him whatever. We just thought it was 75. So,
I just put a sharp set on the bush hog.
Yeah, but hell, I just get hold of Angelica. Yeah, she's in the truck.
I'll see if she's got his number.
She's working hard in the air conditioner truck. Yeah, I don't blame her. It's hot out here.
Hell yeah. The sun was out. It'd be hot.
Look at me. I drunk some of that beer where I went to sweating like a.
Don't drink no beer and be out in this heat.
I know it'll kill you. I thought the one I drank. The only reason I drank it because it's so hot and it was looking so good. That sweat running down that bottle. Man, it's like, whoa, I gotta have that.
Right.
But
boy was cutting that hay over there. That's a lot of grass there, and that old boy had at least give it up.
Oh.
I didn't know if them guys had permission to get the hay.
Yeah.
They leased it, and I talked to him a while ago, and he said, no, he leased it.
Wow.
I said, well, I knew somebody wanted to lease it, but he beat them to it.
Yeah. There's a lot of hay over in that field. Yeah, I'll let Angelica. I think she's got it.
I think I got a pen in the
Okay. She probably does. Let me check out the comments. Sorry about that, y'all. Oh, I guess Angelica's done. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? All right, I gotta get this big. This is a 4 inches thick and about 12 inches wide. I'm gonna flip it off, and then I'm gonna cut. Well, Michael set it down and cut one off of it. I'm cutting 4x4s. That might work. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be too wide. That might work. No. I'm gonna have to lay it off. Boy, I hate to pull that off there because it's heavy. Hey, babe, come here. You what? Huh? Uh-uh. What is it?
I know that Nikki asks, I always wondered why big things are worth more as is than the combined values of whatever's put out of them.
Well, sometimes they are. You get up to the, like, I sold some 12 by 12s here about, I don't know, 7, 8 months ago to my son-in-law for $100 a piece. Unknown to me, you have to have them special order if you go buy them anywhere else. And they're upwards of $350, all the way up to what, $500?
She was saying is like that 12 by 12 is $100, but if you sold it in pieces, you get more out of it.
Yeah, because I charge by the board foot, so yeah, you might get a few more dollars out of it. But we gotta set this off. Where's your gloves at? Huh? Huh? Where's your gloves at? What the hell would I want to know where the bathtub is? I know where the bathtub is, at the house. You need your gloves so you can help me. That thing's heavy. Yeah. Pow! 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 This kid is too hot for that. Whew. I think it's right at 100 degrees out here today, not counting the heat index. But I promised a buddy of mine that I would cut these. So, I told him I'd have them cut today. Or this weekend. Yeah. We can set it off on the ground if you want. So it won't be so, we'll set it back up there in a minute. That's going to be 3 out of that one right there. I think. Yeah, 3. All right, ready? Oh, my Lord. All right, set it around right here. Right here. Woo! Well, right there make your baby be born naked right there. Huh? Yeah, that guy y'all just seen, wasn't it, babe? I don't know if you heard it or not. Said he got a son that works, either son-in-law or a son that works for a sheet metal place. Does roofing. Like he said he got about 10 logs. If I cut them up, 10 oak logs, if I cut them up for him, he'll get me all the sheet metal I need for the house, for that roof. John said that. Said he'd get me out for free. That's a pretty good deal, ain't it? Heck yeah. It can't be cheap. I don't know. Hey, can you come let these posts down? Yeah, let them down. Ain't too tight for you. Right there. Oh, well, it's good enough then, I think. Okay, this one right here. Okay. That looks like it's going to clear it. I don't think it's going to clear it. I get closer, I'll see. Look and see if it's going to clear. Yeah, you can fry egg out here on this metal today. I'm gonna cut a. Woo! Tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let them down a little bit. Yeah. It is hot.
Stay safe, stay hydrated, bud.
Pretty hot. I gotta cut about a 1 inch off that bottom. Then I flip them up and cut my 4x4s.
Bill said my poor garden is taking a beat right now. I can't breathe out there. Humidity is 100%.
What is humidity here? It's hot.
open and shut.
Woo! I can't hear you. I don't got it. Huh? I don't have it. You don't see it? Hey, I don't know what I'm doing on my phone. I don't have it. Find it? Or call it? Oh, you. My phone! I got my vape! What in the world? Y'all hear that stuff? Looking for my vape. I got my vape. I don't want you to see what the temperature heat index is. Huh?
Listen, Michael Henry said, yeah, you need to because it's awful out there. Leo said, the tar roads are blowing here, bubbles everywhere. I won't drive on them because I dislike when there's a tar in the car.
Yeah.
Crash Channel said, wow, imagine that. Possible Carol YouTube Live.
Yeah, we don't do no editing. We even on the videos. We are what you see. Oh! That's heavy. It's 93 degrees, y'all. Heat index feels like 104. It's what? Humidity is 54. Well, why? For somebody that's got COPD, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I'm about to ready to get something to drink. Man. Gotta get over here in the shade for a second. Woo! Yeah, I'll be right back in a minute. I gotta cool off for a sec. It is a scorcher. It's hot. I had to come over here in the shade. Yeah, she don't have a mic on. Somebody lost the other mic. And that was me, y'all. Can't blame it on any. What? Yeah. Ah, I had to take a little breather there. Whew. Y'all can see the sweat on me.
Bill said I do a lot of lemonade, water, and hot coffee.
I do a lot of water and tea.
Not tea.
Sweet, southern sweet tea, but eventually it gets down, ain't nothing but ice, and it turns into pure water, then I drink that.
I put extra more ice in there for you.
I got 4 of these 4x4s I got to cut, which I got enough there to cut. Let me see. 3, 6, 9.
3, 6, 9. Dang, she fine. So that's me one more time. Get old. Get old.
And silly me, what is the hottest part of the day? But no, that's so Southern boys are. We tough as nails.
Are you?
No.
I need somebody to come down here and help us finish roof our house.
Yeah, and for the people that didn't hear what ago, like I had a guy, a friend of mine, that's got a son that works for a sheet metal place, roofing. He's got about 10 oak logs he'd want me to just like for me to cut up to swap out enough 10 to do the roof of my house. Seems like a pretty good deal to me. So I think I'll do it. Well, I don't know how much 10 roof is, but I'm sure it ain't cheap. And I don't have the cash money on hand. So
you go, girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Ah! Huh?
I know why you're selling him lumber.
Why?
Because he overpaid you to the loans.
Well, he's the one wanting to buy them.
I'm just saying. Anything, yeah, sure to sound like it. I'm gonna take long to do that.
Yeah. I cut my 4 out of these 2 right here. And this is true 4x4s. Woo! Always check my measurements. Yep. Tad over 4 inches, but that's all right. I'll probably give him 5 for price 1. I mean, 5 for the price of 4. I don't know why I said 1. You know, it's high, I can't even count. Well, some pretty 4x4s there. Yeah, they look big because they ain't store-bought 4x4s. Them, the real deal. You want to hit that one? Now, you going to play around with it or you going to get it? Need me to help you? You sure are needy. Woo! For the 1. Well, I'm glad you found this.
People seem to enjoy the sawmill.
Yeah, I enjoy it when it ain't scorching hot. You'll have to go move that one. Yeah. Oh. You got it? Yeah. That tight grain southern yellow pine is heavy. Is it wedged? Nope. Lay it up on the sawmill. Get on the end. Use your leverage. Now pick it up. Look at that.
Yeah, but I can't get it up.
Hang on. Why did you let it fall down for?
I didn't. That's how I was wedging it.
Whoop. Ah. Trying to take your finger off. Well, I wouldn't want to do that. You alright? Oh, let me measure that right. Oh.
Brian said, where you located? Those look like longleaf pines.
They are. It is. It's very tight grain.
Feels like people just don't have a clue how hard these jobs are nowadays. So easy to get hurt.
Yeah. And this is cut. Way I cut these is the best. Keep when it dries, it won't warp as near as bad. Instead of cutting your grain like this, I got it cut like this. As you can see, the grain's running down the log. It makes a difference. That's actually when you cut it like that. Sawmills don't cut it like that. That's top grade there. It is so daggum hot. I thought you'd go get that off her.
Oh, you were talking and rubbing
Girl,
you were rubbing on it, pressing it.
I pay you by the hour.
I thought you were gonna take it out on the date.
I don't pay you by the.
I thought you were gonna take it out on the date.
Oh,
I was start making out.
Yeah, I almost did because that's just so sexy, that wood there. Oh, let me see.
This is like keeping it hard for you to get close to the meal.
Oh my Lord. I think, I love my wife to death. Would give my life for her. But I think every sawmill, husband and wife sawmill needs their wife with them. Because, I couldn't keep nothing straight if it wasn't without her, for her. that wasn't a compliment, babe.
What?
Keep myself straight if it wasn't for you. I think every husband that has a sawmill needs his wife out there with him, just to keep him getting bored. No, I love her, y'all. She's a lot of help. Ain't too many women you get to be out here right now, hot as it is. I can tell you.
I don't want to be out here right now.
But you are.
You forced me to it.
Oh yeah, I forced you to. I just beat you.
He said, "Get your butt out the truck." We ain't come out here to see it. We came out here to work.
That and on the ground there is a 4x13. That's a good sized beam there. I guarantee you. But I don't need no 4x13 beams.
Oh, because you're not building base no more.
I need 2x12. Well, actually, I could use that. Just cut another inch off of it, and use that for my rest of my.
Yeah, I thought you were building that 2x12.
Yeah, and that'd be a 4x12. That right there is strong.
Yeah, but who the hell's gonna pick it up?
I don't know. Y'all, you want to bring a tea? I gotta take a. Y'all can see my shirt is soaking, almost soaking wet. Woo! Shade's coming over and saw me a little bit over here.
Y'all, well, we thought this is probably going to be our last thing we were able to do on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But God always makes a way.
He sure does. So the show will go on. Whew, y'all. I know I've said it, but it's unless you live in Arkansas, you just don't know how hot Arkansas weather is. Like I said, it's 93 or 94, and the heat index is 104. So that tells you how the humidity here in Arkansas is. 104 degrees, what it feels like. That's hot. I don't care if you're 20 years old or 56 like me. Be 57 in just what, about 3 months? No, 2 months? Yeah, about 3 months. If I make it that long, can't never tell what the good Lord got in store for you. Probably ain't a whole lot of people had 3 strokes to be out here hot as it is today cutting lumber. Because this is hard manual work. I've had 3 strokes for the people that don't know it.
It has to be a new drinking game.
3 strokes?
I know you talk about the strokes.
Yeah. I drank that beer a while ago. Woo, it went straight through me. Can't drink you don't need to drink any alcohol hot as it is. You're gonna be working.
Why did you?
Dehydrate you. Cause when I seen it, that cold condensation running down it, it's like it was calling my name. It's like, Stephen, come and open me and drink me. Come here. It was just drawing me to it. So I had to drink it. Couldn't tell it no. I'm not a quitter. I don't like to say no, so I had to drink it.
I say no all the time.
You got enough energy we can set that up?
What? No.
Did you just say the cuss word?
No.
You said fudge,
I didn't say anything.
Hot fudge would be melting right now. You feel how wet I am?
I was going to sit on the other side of you because I need to get outside and sit down. Melted.
Well, I'm glad people enjoys my channel. We keep it real here. I guarantee you, it's probably a lot of real channels out there, but you ain't gonna get no more real channels than this. Well, I got his 4x4. He's gonna cut them in half. These are 8.5 foot long, but he's gonna cut them in half. I don't know what he's doing with them, but he only wants 4 foot, long. I could cut them. I could have cut 4 foot,
Part of his bench?
No, I think it's maybe for his goat pen or something, maybe.
4 foot.
Yeah. It might be for his bench. Could be.
Are you back?
No. Help me. Help me.
Help you what?
Help me.
Sit down. Sit down on your bottom.
I don't know what he's saying help you for.
I don't know either. Sorry, guys. My phone overheated. It's hot.
I had to get in the truck, cool off for a minute.
Help me, Dada.
I don't know what you want.
We got our lumber cut. I'm looking hot mess. I mean, I'm sweating.
I want tractor.
Okay, hang on.
No, I want the tractor.
Okay, there. He's sleeping.
It's like 3 o'clock. What are you trying to catch?
He's trying to catch his outlet car. Y'all, I'm sorry, I had to cool off. What?
That sweat us. I feel it dripping up my eyes.
Yeah, look at me. Gotta get them loaded now. I can back my truck up, back the tractor up, so I won't have to tow them. Oh, Lord have mercy. He caught an outlet fish.
What? Yo, I got me a fishing pole. I don't even have a fishing license, and I haven't used it yet.
Ain't nothing to buy them online. What do you think about that deal on the 10 though?
I guess it's nice. It's going to equal out to about the same.
Well, if I cut lumber up somebody, which hardwood would be a little bit more because pine is 50 cents a board foot.
And they're like $2, $2.50 a board foot or something like that.
If you sell it as your own. So it'd probably be $1 a board foot if I cut it for if it's their logs. Yeah, hardwood oak is high around here.
Help me.
So
I need to help him.
I mean it'd be a few $100, but I'm sure the 10 would be that much too.
Y'all, I bought lashes if I cannot put them on to save my life. I'm trying to like glam it up because I look trash.
There you go. There you go.
Trash.
There you go. Whoa.
Trash.
Did I ever put that video up catching that big catfish?
Oh, I don't know. If I didn't put it up, it probably ain't up.
No, I caught a catfish the other day, y'all. Weighed about 30 pounds. I done a video, short video, or short of it. Channel, a channel cat. Okay, hang on. Let me show you. You want me to do it where you hook it good? Huh? You. Well, you can't do it. You asked for my help. Now, if you want my help or not.
I don't know if people enjoy this chaos or not. Tell us, do you enjoy the chaos?
Well, I mean, he's our son. I mean, he's part of our channel.
No, I'm just asking, what do people enjoy? Nobody's talking.
Oh. Okay, I don't know. If you tear up my...
You're about to tear it up.
Hey, don't worry about it, woman. Yeah, you know, when the temperature's 104, your tempers flare up. There you go. Oh, I gotta get out there and unload.
No, it's hot.
Yeah, it is hot.
It is hot.
Yeah, I took Gage to the park yesterday after I got him out of daycare. We walked out to the playground, and this is what he said. And I kid y'all not. He said, hot, let's go back to the truck. And that's exactly what I done. He got my hand, he led me back to the truck. It was too hot for him. He didn't even want to play on the playground.
Henry said, I can't believe it with this heat. I'm still picking 2 eggs a day. 2 dozen eggs a day.
Really?
I'm starting to think about my cook design. Bill said, well, I can't say too much on that subject at this time.
Dada,
What?
I checked the pig.
I don't know.
Dada.
Jeffrey said,
Yeah.
Jeffrey said, yes, I enjoyed the noise. I'm a father of 3 and a grandfather of, I help babysit, run around, do all that stuff with them.
Well, that's the thing about it. Our channel, it's me, Angelica, and Gage. So, more than likely, when we on, you're going to see Gage too. Yeah, you don't want it hooked? You want me
But I've been looking for a way to design my coop, and I want hens. But I was talking to my neighbor down the road, and she was like, she had already offered to, if I got some chicks, that she would raise them for me. And I was like, no, because I don't want to go through the brooder process because I'm just lazy. But she said, by the time you come out here, I'll probably have some hens I can already give to you. I'm going to build a pen for about 20, but I don't ever plan on having that many. I mean, it's just us 3. And Gage really doesn't eat eggs yet, so if we get half a dozen a day, we're good. And because we don't have nobody, we're not really interested in selling.
I wonder, hey, if we could sell them, it'd be money.
Eventually. But for right now, it's just us, and we don't need that many. So
It's going to come undone, Gage, and you're going to cry and holler, and I just don't want to hear you crying and holler.
You want to hear me crying and hollering?
Guess I need to get out there and load them. What?
I want to have it, Daddy.
Really?
Oh, Dada. The
Yeah.
water is tight.
Yeah, really?
Henry says I get $3 a dozen. I cannot keep eggs.
Yeah, they're higher than that around here.
Yeah, I think the cheapest I've seen is like 4 dozen.
Sit down today.
Is the deal.
I had it done and you didn't want it.
I think somebody was selling 2 flats the other day for like $15 or something. I'm not sure. Our neighbor down the road sells eggs, but every time we see her, she gives us eggs. I'm like, dude, I ain't ate the eggs from last time.
What is this?
Yeah, I see you.
This is the
And
time.
I'm not sure how much she sells her eggs for. Oh, my arm hurts.
I wish I had them 10 oak logs you got there.
I know, we don't want to cut it on half. I want hardwood floors.
That makes it pretty hard.
Bill says I have 50 chickens. Once they start laying, it's been feeding.
What?
It's been feeding. I'll feed 5 families.
Oh, how many eggs, chickens you got?
50.
Oh, yeah. A lot of chicken, that's a lot of eggs.
Dada, I want to try.
I actually think, I don't know if the eggs I got from her are still any good because I haven't used them. She has some real tiny ones that she gave us that I used to make like French toast. So Gage and Steven has something easy in the morning because, dude, I kid y'all not. So back in the day when Steven was logging, when he was going to work every day, he would go up to the bakery and get Gage a special treat. I'm not going to say it because he's going to talk about it. And he would leave it on the dresser and Gage got up, he would see it. That's the first thing he looks for, even still today, even though it's been weeks since Dad has done it. He wakes up and the first thing he does is look at that dresser to see if Daddy left him something.
You want to get out, Gage? Wow.
Dang.
You say that. You want to get out, Gage?
No, the high.
It's hot.
Henry said I have about 120 chickens, count my small ones.
Woo.
Eggs just dropped to $3, 25 a dozen now.
Here there's still 4.5 a dozen for fresh
Cheaper,
eggs.
that's on the cheap side.
That's on the cheap side, y'all.
Y'all, I'm ready to get a bathing suit and jump in some water.
Woo woo! I'll get the seal right off to the bathing suit. How many times have you wore a bathing suit since getting married?
Kept looking at something to buy and I just never did. See, for me, I have to get them like when they first start coming out to ensure I get the right size. She said you're gonna back the truck up. I thought, and then back the tractor up.
Yeah, let me do that. Yeah.
Henry said the best chicken I have is the white leghorns. Dude, have y'all seen those chickens that get to like 4 feet? Those look creepy as crap.
Yeah, they are. They look like big old ostrich to me.
Yeah, it was when we were doing our interview that she said told us about that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We were talking about chickens with the lady who interviewed us
Our video is supposed to be coming out
next Wednesday.
next Wednesday from Woodland Mills.
And we haven't seen it, so it'll be the first time seeing it with everybody else.
No, we had.
Hey, Yogi. Yogi, I've been looking at some of that jewelry you've been making for your wife. So beautiful. You got some skills, my man.
Hey, Yogi. I think of Yogi Bear every time I see Yogi's name. Yogi Bear.
That's what it says, Yogi Bear.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It says
I'm talking about the cartoon.
Oh. And his wife is Boo Boo. Hey, Boo Boo. Yogi the Bear.
And I like the cartoon Froghorn Leghorn. I say, boy, you better get over him.
So it doesn't mean sponsorship now, but they just wanted to like do a feature on us and how we use our mill on our property. Oh, look, there's Boo Boo. Hey, Boo Boo.
Hey, Boo Boo. Hey, Boo Boo. Say, hey, Boo Boo.
Hey, boo-boo.
Hey, say, hey, Yogi. Say, hey, Boo Boo.
Hey there, Boo Boo. Bill said turkey is the highest price around because of bird flu. 88 cents a pound at Christmas now. It's $15.99 a pound. Highest I've ever seen in my life. Yogi's life said Gage is too cute. That huge smile.
Gage is a mess, y'all. And a lot of y'all have seen him grow up the last over a year now. He's grown a lot. Well, he's a mess.
Henry said, but fresh yard eggs and store eggs, they taste different even though they came from the same chicken.
They do. Well, because what you feed them, and I mean, you can look at the yolk of a store-bought egg, and 90% of the time, I'm not saying all the time, but a yolk of a fresh egg come off somebody's farm, small farm, it'd be almost orange. And you go to baking a cake, y'all, I can bake, by the way. I can bake cakes. And they're so good to cook with. And I love them because the yolk is so much richer. And when I like my eggs, when I fry them, I like the yolk runny. Just the way I am. So, I love them.
Yogi said, love Foghorn, love old cartoons.
Yeah.
Henry said, a carton at Tractor Supply right now is 50 cents. That's just a carton. Bill said, stress-free chicken changes the yolk.
Yeah, thank you. Well, you cram, I don't know what they are now, but you cram 60,000 chickens in one chicken house, and it's just, them chicken houses look like they're bigger than what they used to be. Turn it off.
Steve wants a chicken house.
No, I don't. I don't want no chicken house. When did I ever say I wanted a chicken house?
He said, looks like money.
I said, it smells like money.
Oh, smells. Oh, they stink.
When you go by and their doors is open, that chicken poop is being cleaned out. It's going to smell
some
real
of the
good.
back road trips we go to, we passed oh my gosh, I swear every house we pass has one.
What did you do?
Put that back up and sit your butt down.
I'm going to go over here and see if my tractor cranks. I ain't cranked it. And, whew, I don't want this. I need to lay another one up there. I'm going to give him 5 for the price of 4. What do you think? I usually always do that anyway. In case it's one that they don't like or whatever. Okay. All right. I should have never sat in air conditioning.
That feels good, doesn't it? Look at these gloves I bought from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, y'all, look at that. That's pretty cheap, and they're actually pretty nice gloves. Oh, got them from the dollar store. And no, we don't get paid for commercials from the dollar store. I mean the Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree.
But it's pretty nice gloves you got from the Dollar Tree.
I know I never buy anything in the plus spot, but those are $5. And my baby likes gloves.
So you gonna show me out there doing that?
Yeah. I'm not getting out, I'm hot. I'm so hot. I think I'm melted. I don't know how Steven does it. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's getting another thing because he's going to pull the tractor back and so he can load it in the truck. They're over there making hay. And I got the grass cut and they're over there billing it up. Can't wait to get me a cow. I want the cows, the pigs, the chickens. Goats growing on me, I don't know. Maybe I might try to milk one and make some stuff out of goat milk. Has anybody ever made anything out of goat milk? I know most of the time you like go in stores and stuff. I never bought goat milk soap, but I'm sure it's probably good for you. Natural. What's up, Pringleton? What? Dang, that bear ain't scared. You gonna have to do something about that. What up, this guy? I'm sitting in the air, and Steven is supposed to be bringing his tractor over here so we can load up these 4x4s. And Gage is... Me and Gage. You know, milk your goats. Have you ever made or like used that like goat milk soap? Which our buddy that is getting these 4x4s and we got the cedar logs from, he has like 30 goats, and she said they don't milk them or eat them, I don't think. And Steven wants goats. I kind of didn't want goats. I know we got a lot of nice forage out here that they could get to. I don't know if I want to milk anything. Like Steven talks about when he was a kid growing up, they had a cow that his mom milked. He said he didn't like the milk growing up, but he hasn't tried it again since he's been a grown up. And I've never tried like raw milk. I know some of the farms around here sells it, and it's like $8 a gallon. I don't know if that's a lot. I mean, it's a lot compared to what's at the store. So I don't know much about that. What is it, like A2 milk? I don't know. Oh. Sad. Maybe I can find one that's already like been bred and she's still lactating or something. I don't know. Oh, I didn't say anything. I let Steven out there working the heat. It's a hot one today. What? This guy, you're already in La La Land. I don't know what he's doing. He's supposed to be bringing the tractor over here so he can load up these 4x4s, but he's over there. I don't know, it looks like he's praying. I don't know what he's doing. So if you guys can make him out over there. Over at the mill. I couldn't stay outside. It's hot. It's too hot. Probably did. I tell you, it's not a good day to be outside. Unless you're gonna be like in some water or something, because it's hot. Oh, what he's doing? Did you hit yourself? No. Oh, you didn't hit yourself?
I hit my toe.
That's what I'm saying. You hurt yourself? Oh, you okay?
I hit my toe.
You hit your toe?
No, here.
I don't know for a minute. You see him a little bit better. Hey! What are you doing? Oh, okay. I don't know what he said. I mean, you know how politically correct people won't be nowadays.
Hey, my sister was. I got the car.
You heard him say, "Look, butterfly." You ain't heard that. This guy, talking to this guy. Yeah, Green Gordon was saying, where'd it go? He had a black bear that wouldn't lead today. Dog barking at him. I ran up hollering. Normally with that and a dog, he'd run off. I got 30 feet from him before he ran.
Pretty good size black bear.
Well, this guy saw, I didn't watch your video, but I saw you had your stress test the other day. Did you see that?
No.
Ow, my hair.
Might have come out.
You already let your tension off?
Yeah.
He said,
I gotta get some more dishwashing liquid.
yeah, I fell on test.
Oh, did he?
That's what he said.
That's not good, but could be better. Could be worse. Ooh. I had a guy to come by today, a friend of mine, said his son's got 10 hardwood logs he'd like for me to cut up. If I cut them up for him, his son works at a sheet metal place, roof place. He said he'd get enough sheet metal for my whole house for free. He'll swap out me cutting that up for the sheet metal. So I might do that.
Green Gordon said huge one still in his hives before it took off.
Yeah. We have bear here.
Yeah, we went to Mount Magazine, which is the highest point in Arkansas, and he said,
They usually see 2 a month there.
yeah, at least 1 or 2 a month, and they've recorded, like 57.
Yeah.
This guy said courts ordered my ex POS to pay $71 child support.
Aha, hey, there you go.
So, yeah, they don't know what's wrong till you're dead.
Yeah.
Then they still don't know what's wrong. They'll just call it something else. Like, during COVID, everybody died of COVID. Didn't matter what it was.
They cut the legs off, bleed death. Oh, it was COVID.
Bill said get hydrated and call it a day. It's time to relax in the cool air.
Yeah.
Gage, can you stop?
Quick, Gage. Yeah, I'm done for the day.
This guy says it's got to be muggy there.
The temperature's 93 and 94. The heat index is 104. It's hot.
Wait, that's just $71 a month in child support? That's not a lot.
A little bit better than nothing.
You want a Pepsi? Huh?
Is that good tea?
That's not tea.
What is that?
That's Gage's drink. There's some iced tea in there, maybe.
Whew.
This guy said, yeah, they make money off of it now that the rabbit got the gun. It ain't no fun, right?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, they're trying to screw me.
Yeah.
Green Gordon said, I never asked for a penny child support for my ex. She lives in a huge house now with a $100,000 truck. I want that money now 37 years later in back pay.
Yeah.
This guy said I gotta go back in there.
Yeah, they'll probably shoot that dye in your neck. See where the blockages are.
I don't want that. It's got that nasty fish on it. Yes, it's had nasty fish on it. That's what Dada used for the fish. Yeah, Daddy used that for the nasty fish.
Dada, what is that eating?
Alright?
They are.
You want one? It's cold? Here. Here.
No.
What do I even try? This guy's, oh.
Dada, that Papa do?
Huh?
That Papa do?
I don't know what you're saying.
Oh, this guy said he only asked for child support once he got sick and couldn't work.
Yeah. I paid it for on 3 kids all the way up to they was 18.
Oh, wait. Fun fact, if you guys didn't know, y'all old pal Jumpstart has been to the Pokey.
Huh?
The Pokey.
What's that?
Jail.
Yep.
Steven has been in the County Orange.
Yep, back in the day.
This guy said she just gave me. What? Can you hold this?
Yeah.
What's that last comment? This guy about his son full time. Sit down.
Yeah, what was I don't know what.
Oh, you're not gonna tell him about the time you were in the county?
No. It wasn't fun. Back then, jail was a whole lot different than it is now. Just walk in the park now.
This guy said you old hoodlum you.
Y'all, I'll tell you this, how long ago it's been. You could still smoke cigarettes in your jail cell. That's the truth.
Would you smoke a pack while you were in there for those couple hours?
Well, I was really young. I was in there with a killer, a murderer that, yeah, he didn't mean to.
Oh, he didn't mean to?
Well, him and the guy was at a bar and they was drinking and they got in a fight. He said he didn't mean to. He beat the other guy.
Hey, stop.
He beat him to
I
death.
don't know where's it at.
I mean, actually beat him to death. He's a big old guy too.
Green Gordon said, no, that money should be for the children. By getting the money, you're providing for your children.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy said they took cigarettes out of the prison in 03, 04.
Yeah. It was way let's see.
Was that your second set of kids?
First.
Or the first?
Yeah.
And Elizabeth's like 38, 39.
I mean, was it my first? Yeah. Yeah.
We divide them into first set, second set kids.
Yeah, I got enough for a football team.
Only 2 boys.
Yeah. Yeah, I know of.
What? You can't even see me.
Yeah. But
Get our head together.
you gotta know how it is. It wasn't fun,
This
but
guy
hey,
said how much time he got.
Oh, I didn't. I wasn't in there. But,
I don't even think he dressed out. Like I don't even think
Yeah,
he
I
got
did.
Oh, did you?
yeah, I dressed out. I had my little jumpsuit on and everything. Yeah, I did. I'm serious.
Steven thought it was a friendly call when his friend knocked on the door.
Yeah. Then one time I was, I wasn't a bad person, y'all, but I got in at one time I had about 6 cop cars come up in my house and sirens going, the guns pulled.
That wasn't the time he went to jail.
No, they was ready to light me up.
What?
And this is exactly what I told them. I walked out of the house, I said, all y'all for little
I'm
old
sorry.
me? I mean,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Let me see. I'm sorry.
but
So, he says he won't tell it. He went, they picked him up for child support, and his kids were at the house.
yeah, I had my kids
Full time.
full time. My wife, I ain't gonna say exactly how sorry she was, but she done brung them to me. And I had them full time. They was screaming and crying. And what I didn't do, where I made my mistake at, I didn't go back and get the court, the judge to null it. So anyway, Ended up going to jail for that. Wasn't no serious, you know.
Gage, this guy said he saw you looking at the fish.
I had the cop that come pick me up. I actually knew him, and he was okay. But I got to the jail. Washita County Jail used to be one of the worst jails in the state of Arkansas.
No, get down.
To be put in, the very worst. So, and it probably still is. And as soon as I went in there, you know, they put me in the jumpsuit and all that kind of stuff, and stuck me in there, and at that, you know, we was all in the big cell. Had little cells, but was all in the big cell at the time. And back then, though, like I said, you could smoke in the jail cell. I don't like. Well, he said this guy said 2003, and I guess that's probably for all states and county jails. That was still a long time ago, but this was way before then. I imagine this was probably in the.
What?
Let me see. This 25. Probably back in the 90s when I was in jail, early 90s. 1990s. And jail was a lot different back then. It was way different. Hey, it died. It died. Give me my phone.
I don't know where your phone's at. I'm trying to read the comments. Can you read the comments then, please?
Oh, let me see.
Hold on just a second.
Okay.
Sit down. I'm not getting you nothing.
Yeah, that's bad.
So in Arkansas, they used to favor the mom. Hey. Now we're a 50-50 state. Unless you can prove one of the parents is unfit.
Yeah, now in Arkansas, to get joint custody is as easy as just going to court, you know, to the
and nobody really pays child support.
Hey.
It's basically you supply what they need on your time, and I supply what they need on my time.
Hurry up and give me phone.
I'm trying.
Dang. You got a mouth like your mama. Loud. Oh, y'all should have seen us at the house this morning. You could hear Angelica 3 counties over. She was so mad at me. And we wasn't fighting. Just hollering at each other. I wasn't. She was. I'm very docile. Okay. Yeah. It's
I think now they take both parents' incomes, and that's how they get child support.
That's right. This guy actually, my second wife, owes me about $2,000 in back child support now. At one time, she owed me a lot more than that, but to keep her going to jail, because you know, one of our kids seeing her go to jail, I went to court and dropped about $6,000 or $7,000 she's behind. And now if that was me, now let me tell you, that time I went to jail, it was over. Y'all listen to me. $200 something on child support. I went to jail.
Okay, Gage.
And, you know, had to miss work. But anyway, now they send me letters saying if I still want to pursue it, and I'm just going to tell you what I want to tell them. Hell yeah. But then again, they asked me if I know where she lives. Well, hell, I know where she lives, but that's her job. That's what they get paid for. I mean, all they got to do is look on the computer. They can find where you live, where anybody lives.
And she's getting state benefits.
And she's getting state benefits.
Because he gets them a letter that she has to comply with child support, but she's technically not.
Yeah. Now, if that was me in the state of Arkansas, my ass would have been put in jail. They would come with 10 cop cars and put your ass in jail.
This guy says she works at the state as a goddamn social worker, and I'm the ex-convict.
Yeah, but Oh yeah, this guy. I know. I've been married. This is the 4th time, so I know all about that child support and that bull crap as they call laws on child custody and child.
You know something crazy? My coworker,
it's just crazy.
her ex makes more money now, more money. But since they can't serve him, they won't up her child support. They won't increase her child support. One time, the guy actually talked to him. He told the guy it wasn't him. When he would serve him paperwork, and his job won't let them come on their property. Green Gordon said, "Man, how do you earn money to pay back support if you can't work? They take driver's license here for back support."
Well, they did. They took hers too, but she actually quit her job on purpose and told them she was working at Walmart, had a good job. She quit working just to keep from paying child support. That's what she done. I mean, she told them that. She said, "I ain't gonna work in your hotel child support out of my check." If I'd have told them that, guess what? Click in jail.
This guy said it's a one-sided issue.
Yeah, but now I will say, it's not like that in Arkansas anymore. That was many years ago, back probably 20 years ago. Now it ain't the same as it used to be. It's kind of a 50-50 state now.
But when they arrest you and put you in jail for child support, your bond is the amount of child support that you owe.
Yeah.
And they eventually let you go after a couple of days anyway.
Yeah. It's supposed to be shackles and chains is what they call it. You're supposed to go to jail, and you're not supposed to actually have to go in the jail cell. Normal. But Barstow County 30 years ago, they didn't give a crap what you's in there for. You dressed out in your jumpsuit and everything else.
Any of the cutest backseat driver?
I'm telling y'all, Barstow County Jail back in the day, they had a lot of cases of
This guy said like when they jail and prison people, it costs more to warehouse these guys.
Yeah.
It'd be cheaper to have state pay for a damn child support.
Like I said, this has been about 30 years ago, and I wasn't behind but $200-something. Like 30 years ago. There wasn't no money. Hell, it cost them more to send a cop car and an officer to pick me up and transport me back to jail than what.
Did you guys see that guy who escaped from prison in Arkansas? He pleaded not guilty to escaping.
Yeah, now this joker, he's an ex-law officer. He escaped from prison in Arkansas.
About 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks he was out, escaped for 2 weeks. Now this is what our law system where
he got a mile and a half away from the prison.
Mile and a half away from the prison in 2 weeks' time. He wasn't very smart there. But anyway, they called him, and he had to go back to court, and he pleaded not guilty. Now I understand every man is not guilty until proven innocent. But this joker broke out and was gone for 2 weeks, and they had to catch him, and he pleaded not guilty. Now come on. We shouldn't have to spend no taxpayer dollars to...
But see, everybody thought he had a plan. They thought he had a plan. Obviously, he didn't have a plan if he only made it that far. Because everybody thought it was an inside job. He has this big plan. He's in Mexico. Why are they still looking at Arkansas? They literally found, I don't want to say the word, a mile and a half from the prison.
A mile and a half from the prison in 2 weeks.
And it's not very wooded either. It's not a very wooded area.
No.
So somebody was saying that Border Patrol picked him up and brought him back to Arkansas.
But they didn't.
I know, but that's what people were saying. They're trying to make it look like he was only a mile and a half.
It's the border's a long ways from Arkansas.
But they were saying that Border Patrol found him and brought him back to make it look like he was found in Arkansas.
Yeah. Oh, whatever. But anyway, that was funny.
Green Gordon said, I hear they put parents in jail if their kids miss too many school days. Yes, they do. My parents would have been in jail for a decade. Yeah, you cannot miss too many days of school or you have to go to court. It's called offense.
Yes.
You're only allowed to miss so many days a year, your kids. And if they're tardy, that's also counted as absence. Yeah. It has to be excused. That's another reason, random numbers, number 74 while I'm homeschooling my son.
Yeah. Green, that's you're right, Green Gordon. He was pretty smart, but I think what happened is he actually started getting hungry.
But he didn't look. But see, the thing that's messing people up is he didn't look like he'd been on the run for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't look dirty. You know what I mean? Like, if you've been hiding in the wood for 2 weeks.
Well, I heard, what I read, they found him by a creek. So he might have been taking a bath in the creek. Hell, I'd been catching fish out of that creek. I'd whittle me down. If I whittled me down a stick, I'd been like old caveman.
So what are you going to do? Eat it raw?
Heck yeah, I'd eat it raw. People eat sushi every day. I eat sushi.
That's not the same fish, though.
Huh?
It's not the same fish. They'll make
Fish.
sushi out of catfish or sushi out of bass.
Fish is fish. I don't give a dang what it is. Sushi is sushi. Raw.
Okay. Green Gordon said I missed half of all school days. This guy said we had a couple of illegals arrested the other day right near me, pulled over 6 miles over the speed limit.
Yeah, well, that's something every time here in Arkansas they get a drug bust out there on the interstate, it's always the person that's transporting the drugs don't have license on the vehicles, or the tail lights all busted. They drive some of the raggediest vehicles. Look, I'm not a criminal, but I do believe if I was going to be a criminal and transport illegal substance, my vehicle would be licensed, insurance, and everything would be working on it. You don't want to draw attention automatically to yourself, especially if you're illegal.
Green Gordon says so always escape prison with a few disposable razors. And apparently this guy was really bad. Like, he had a documentary made about him.
Yes.
Like, he was like a police chief or something, and he killed somebody, and they arrested him for that, and they linked his DNA back to a rape, like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Green Gordon said, why did dope dealers speed? But we had this.
Why do they speed?
We had this training, though, about drugs, and they were talking about this big drug bust they had, like, close to our house, because we live, like, kind of off the interstate. And he says that, they stopped a car that, like, I don't know, let's say 12,000 pounds of marijuana. But they sacrificed that 12,000 pounds to get something bigger to go through.
Yeah,
they have sacrifice cars.
Yeah, they do. They got fall guys that, they drove somebody, they'll get somebody caught with, say, $500,000 worth of weed or whatever, and then send somebody through with $5 million worth of weed. They're pretty smart.
This guy said, I just don't understand these people. We are a country full of rules and laws. They don't speed on weed.
Oh, let me see.
See, this is the dude when they found him. He don't look like he's been hiding in the woods for 2 weeks.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah, hell, when I'm not saying I smoke weed now, y'all. I can't say that, but if I did smoke weed, or I was smoking weed, I never speed. I might think I'm driving fast, but then I look out the window. I tell you what happened. I was smoking weed one time, and I thought I was just hauling ass, and looked out the window, and it was like a 98-year-old woman in a wheelchair passed me on the sidewalk. I'm like, dang, that woman's really fast.
Green Gordon said, I never looked that clean cut. I mean, he does not look like he's been hiding in the woods for 2 weeks.
No. Hey, y'all, I shaved. Look. Shaved.
Steven's trying to get him a girlfriend.
Trying to get me a girlfriend. No, I don't need another woman. One woman's enough. Well, anyway. Yeah. Think I might make that deal with that guy cutting that wood up to get 10 for my roof of my house.
You can't move.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, just like this guy was talking about, you talking about that, just like cancer. Damn well they got a cure for cancer, probably had it for years. But there ain't no money in finding a cure for something. They don't want to find a cure, because if it cured everybody for cancer, where would all the people work? why would you? Because cancer is one of the biggest killers out there. So you wouldn't need for doctors or anything else as many.
AIDS, you know what I mean? All these things has been around for so long.
I mean, so, you know, that's just the world we live in. It just is. Yeah, it's supposed to be the sheet metal supposed to be brand new. This guy, he works at the place, and he can get me all I want there for free. It's gonna be, you know, new sheet metal. I told him to tell his son that I can't cut nothing over 10.6. He'd already told his son that, and he said that's fine. And I said I can't cut no logs over about 22 inches.
Yeah, but then John's gonna want to be down there the whole entire time in your face while you're doing it. You know that, right?
Oh, huh?
You know that, right?
What?
John's gonna be in your face the whole entire time, wanting to put the log up on there.
Oh,
and all
yeah.
that.
Hey, Mama.
Well,
Hey, Mama.
well, I mean, I told him to tell his son, but I'm gonna make sure it's, you know, he said it's new sheet metal. So, and I got a neighbor that's moving in over here, said, and I wish he'd been moving in over here when I built my house, because he said he'd get me out. He drives a cement truck, works, you know, and the company's working for it. He's gonna build him a house right over here, and they're gonna let him. They're gonna give him all enough cement to do his whole slab, give it to him. So, and he said he like my steps or any of that stuff, because, you know, I already got my house up on blocks now, but yeah, he said he could have got me concrete from a foundation.
But you don't want a concrete foundation.
No, but
If it's free, you want one?
well, if it had been free, I guess I'd want one. But yeah,
See how quickly they switch up.
hey, anything free with them logs, that's gonna be, you know. Of course, John knows I ain't gonna cut it, them 10 logs in one day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
10 logs is a lot. I mean, I don't know how big they are.
new sheet metal, I don't know how much it costs to have sheet metal roof now, but I'm sure it's a few $100s. You know. So, you know, I think I might make the deal. That'd be nice to have, you know, go ahead and put sheet metal on it, if I can. But anyway, this guy, I ain't put the video up yet, but I caught about a 30-pound catfish the other day. Took a video of it and a couple of pictures. It was several people up there at the pond. They took pictures of the fish and everything else, but I ended up putting it back. Caught two. One weighed probably about 2 or 3 pounds. Hey there, Jet. And the other one about 30 pounds. When you hold it up, it'd be up on come all the way up to my waist. It was a big old fish. I'll put that video up maybe tonight. Eventually. Well, it's not a video, it's short. But
Steve-O don't do videos.
yeah, anyway. It was one of the bigger catfish that I've caught. And it was out of a small pond, which they stocked the pond. The game.
So those fish were hungry.
Yeah, them fish was hungry. They said they stocked some in there that was all the way up to about 50 pounds. Well, that 30-pounder wore me out.
So
just so happened it was a guy there. They was leaving, and he had a big dip net, because I couldn't get it in. I was up on the dock, and it broke my string trying to reach down and grab that dang fish. So he took the net. And this thing about it, he took the net, picked it up, and when he dumped it out, wasn't no line hooked to the fish. As he was hooked with the dip net, as he was getting it, it broke my line. So, okay. I bet it is there hot there, Jet. I caught them with the rod. I don't do that noodling. I don't know. I'm pretty country, but I know what's in that water around here in these ponds and lakes. Here in Arkansas, in some of these lakes, well, right there where we live, there's a lake up above us, a small lake. It's got alligators in it. Most of all these big lakes have alligators, and
You scared of a little alligator?
yeah, and they say, well, if it's a fish in that hole, there ain't gonna be no snake in there. Well, you don't know what's in that hole until you reach your arm up in there, so it could be a snake. And so anyway, I don't do that noodling. Nope. You catch them by hand, this guy? That's right, Jet. They are. Because they always say, well, there ain't going to be a snake in that hole if it's a fish in there. And I don't believe that either, because the snake and the fish, it could be laying up in that hole with that snake. Water moccasins. And all that bull crap they can't bite underwater, lie. They can. Oh, okay. Now, I did catch a buffalo one time by hand at the Arkansas River over at Pendleton Lock and Dam. It's over close to Mississippi. Now, this is the story behind that. I didn't stick my hand in the water to catch it or noodle it, but it's a big dam there. And I guess the fish, when it come through the dam, it's about a 50-pound buffalo. When it come through the dam, apparently it hit the dam somehow or another. You know, buffalo has a hard head shell, but it knocked it like a little hole in his head, and it was still alive, but it was like it was crazy, and it was down on the rocks flopping it. And I was young then. That's been about 30 years ago too. I wasn't about 21, 22, and I didn't have no sense back then anyway.
You
Still
got no
don't.
sense now.
And run down there, and I got that sucker up. We didn't have all them fancy phones back then. Didn't even have a phone back then. We didn't have cell phones back then. And but it was about a 50-pound buffalo, and I caught that in by hand.
I don't think you caught it as much as you just picked it up.
Yeah, well, I did. Well, hey, it was still in the water, so technically I caught it. C2D. This guy, you all have a good night. I gotta play dad. Play dad. Play dad. I hear you, this guy. Well, all right. Well, we'll catch you later. Appreciate you coming in here. Oh, are they? I didn't know that there, Green Gordon.
What? I want to know.
He said, was it coho? I can't pronounce that, but are nearly dead after they spawn.
I want some salmon. I love salmon.
This guy, I hope everything comes out all right for you. Appreciate you coming in here.
I don't really know where you go to catch salmon.
I think they got like salmon up around Michigan and stuff, don't they?
I don't know.
Think so. This guy would know. I'm sure they do. Before you leave out here, this guy, don't y'all have salmon up there in some of y'all streams like in Michigan? I really don't know. I watch that stuff all the time, but I don't really pay no.
He said yeah to that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We have trout here, which this guy calls a totally different thing.
Steelhead.
Steelhead.
Yeah, but I don't know. Trout and salmon ain't the same thing.
Yeah, I thought, no, the trout and salmon ain't the same thing, but they are kind of can. Yeah, we have browns here, which we have them fish hatcheries here too. But in Greer's Ferry, the dam is so deep, the water's so cold that you can fish year round for trout in it. You got to get down so far from the dam, because if you don't, you got to catch and release, and you can't use the barbed hooks. So you got to get downstream from the dam just a little bit, so you can keep them. And use barbed hooks. And some of the fish in that fish hatchery the other day, that video, some of them brown trout in there, I kid y'all not, you probably didn't show it justice on that video, but some of them things was like, they was the breeders, you know, they wasn't the ones they stocked, they was the breeders. Them things was huge. I mean, shoot, I bet you 20 pounds, 25 pounds. Really big.
What?
Mama.
What? You got a monster truck?
Okay, Oregon work, yeah.
No, bucket truck.
No monster
Kings
truck.
and Kuho, okay.
No, bucket truck.
No monster truck.
Mama.
But
Gauge.
yeah, I'm done for the day. You need to hook him up in the car
I
seat.
want.
Ow! Get off my head.
I want.
Let me see.
Bucket truck.
Okay.
Bucket truck.
Trout aren't native to Arkansas. They
No, they're not.
introduced them.
They introduced them, but since they, you know, like Greers Ferry Dam is such a tall dam, the water is so deep. The water that comes out of it's like 58 degrees, 55. So they live. The browns do. They survive in Arkansas.
And
And
then during the winter month, the fish from the hatchery, they take them and release them into lakes so everybody can have a chance to fish
Yeah.
when the weather's cold, you know.
yeah, Bill, they probably was. They was 25, 30 pounds. They was huge, man. I'm not kidding you. I went there several years ago and I didn't notice him there. I guess,
No, bucket.
or I didn't walk down that far to that one. And
Can't
Gage
find it.
was really, he wasn't walking and it was really hot. But I didn't realize they had them jokers was massive. I mean, really big.
It was 2 years since you've been.
Yeah. Okay. Didn't know that, but them brown trout, they get pretty big. I've trout fished there before, and
It's hot, yeah.
they got to be so long before you can keep them anyway. I want to say like 16 inches or something like that
Gosh, your truck is hot.
before you could keep them anyway, anywhere in Arkansas. So they got to be pretty big before you can keep them. Yep, God bless USA. That's what he was saying again. Yeah. But yeah, and I've caught all kind of fish. You know, Arkansas we have a little bit of everything. And that same Greers Ferry Lake, they have big walleye tournaments. It is really big on walleye. A lot of y'all people knows what it. Walleye kind of looks prehistoric. It's really not a pretty. It's kind of, I don't know.
It was also super flooded when we went up there.
Yeah, and it was super flooded. So
Like we went to go to a picnic area and you couldn't even get down the road.
no, the lake was up like 12 foot.
We're doing good, Logger. How you doing?
Hey, Logger, how you doing?
She said you have to get there like before 10 before they start generating energy.
Yeah, in that same dam, they generate electricity out of that dam. It's a tall dam. That water on the dam, on the lake side is deep, really deep. That lake lays in between two mountains up there, and I mean, it's super deep.
What does it matter, generic YouTube user? You enjoy your day off, Logger? Glad.
Yes, that is my biological son. This is my loving wife right there. My beautiful wife. That is my 3.5-year-old son. My blood's running through his veins. And if you was around him and around me, you'd know it. He acts just like me. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Or door in Quebec. I didn't know that, Green Gordon. Well, walleye to me just looks like a prehistoric fish, and they say they're good to eat. I don't. I've never caught a walleye.
I thought you said you caught all kinds of fish.
Not a walleye, and it was the lake was up so much. I'd like to catch some walleye. They say they taste good. I don't know. You ever had walleye there, Green? And if so, is it pretty good? I mean, they have. It's a big fish tournament up there at Greer's Ferry Dam Lake. I mean, it's a big. Okay, Logger says walleye is really good. Well, thank you there, Logger. I've never had it.
55 pounds, man. I just want to catch salmon out of a stream like a bear. You know how they just like.
Bill said it. I didn't know brown trout got.
I just read that.
Oh my gosh, that's big. Well, next time I go up there, which I will be going up there in the next week or two, but I'm gonna go up there early. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. I was just figuring 25, 30 pounds, but you know.
I'm assuming when Steven goes fishing up there, he will be going by himself.
No, well, might. But anyway, they might have been bigger than that. Some of them fish look to be, I ain't exaggerating, 3.5 foot long.
But they are still stocking the lake right now with trout. Just not the pond.
Oh, Green Gordon said I guess walleye is his best. I've heard they're really good. I don't know, but y'all say they're good. Logger said they're good.
Have you been logging?
No, Logger. I hadn't been logging in a while. On unemployment now. I got sick there for a while.
Oh, don't get me started on unemployment.
Yeah, and no, I hadn't been logging. Y'all been tearing the bone out there, Logger?
It's been too wet for them to log.
Yeah. The guy I went to work for another company, and I don't know. That was a bad move. He's had one track since, and I don't know. I don't think it's gonna make it with him. Yeah, I got you there. Hey, that's logging, Logger. Logging's never perfect. You get on a good solid track of wood, and you can move a lot of wood, and either you have truck problems. Well, when you get plenty of trucks, you get too many trucks, then you have problems in the woods, and it's just logging. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. That's for sure.
I sure want to do it. Good money.
Oh, we smallmouth. Yeah, we have a lot of bass here in Arkansas. Logging is just, you gotta love logging. It's just one of them things that you just don't wake up one day and say, hey, I want to go out and be a logger to play in the mud and pull choker cables and pull the skidder out and work on it when it's 110 degrees out in the middle of the sun and you're out there in the thicket and it's broke down. And it's one of them things, you just got to love it, which I do love it because it gets in your blood. You're out there, you're in your machine, you're kind of free, as long as you do your job, you're making money and you ain't got people just standing over you, like in a factory and other places. So, yeah. Well, Green Gordon, there is, I think, the prices of timber is going up, but it's been raining a lot in Arkansas, a lot. And we got a couple of mills. What was that you were reading the other day with mills supposed to start up in Monticello?
Oh, yeah, they're building a new warehouse.
They're building a new warehouse mill in Monticello, so it's going to get better. Which, United States has got so much timber. We got so much wood needs to be cut. Hey, that's right there, Logger. Oh, okay. See, I don't know much about walleye. I just know Greer's Ferry Lake they have big walleye tournaments, and it's a big fish that you catch out of that lake. And I suppose they like cold water, I guess. Yeah, Green Gordon, but because y'all's ground is froze solid in the winter. I used to watch, and I still do, watch a lot of logs up in Canada. I've always actually wanted to go to Canada back in the day and do some logging up there. But now I'm getting so old, I don't think I could take the cold like I used to could. But yeah, kind of always wanted to do that, but never got around to it.
Is there a lot of opportunities like that?
Okay, okay, loggers. See you later. Appreciate you coming in here. It's been a while, and don't be bashful or shy. Come on back in here next time we making one. Hope y'all get to working good. Hope y'all get the truck problem fixed and lined out. But we'll see you later. Okay, what would you just say?
There are many opportunities to log in like another state, like part time or whatever.
Yeah, but Canada, I don't know about now if if you could even go across there, with all the childish back and forth with our governments.
Are we allowed in Canada?
I don't know. I don't even know if I could go up there and log right now anyway. I don't know how the pass, because it is a different country, I don't know how the passport or, how that would work now. So. Yeah, and that's the thing about Green Gordon, you don't have to have a forestry license here. We do have laws, OSHA and laws we have to go by here, and
nobody goes by.
Yeah, we actually do. No.
Do y'all do follow those rules?
Most of the loggers do, because we're still a voluntary state. I think Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi is still voluntary, and all the other states surrounding us. The logging got so crappy because of how the loggers were logging. They made them now in them other states. You had to get a permit to cross the creek, had to get a permit to start a track of timber. We don't have to have all that here, because 90% of our loggers, not some loggers, you got some loggers that still don't care. Very few of them, because we kind of abide by the rules.
Mama.
What?
Mama.
What?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if I could take the cold weather up there in the winter, though. Whew, man. Y'all have a lot of timber up there. I watched a lot of logging that's went on in Canada. Canada, the Canadians have been logging many years, so, but I'll probably never live anywhere else besides Arkansas. You know how it is. You get big plans and want to go do this and do that, and before you know it, for the people don't realize life is really short. When you're 20 years old, don't sit around and think, oh, I got all my life to do that. No, you better do if you got something on your mind, you better do it, because them years start ticking by. Trust me. No, I don't guess I have. Fun train. Or I might have heard it and it was called something different. Different things are called different things by different people. So, just like we call brown trout, and people in Michigan and Gordon and Canada, I guess, Gordon one said they call steelhead there too.
I think so. He said something like that.
They call them steelheads, and you know how it is. Oh, yeah. Well, Gordon, everybody hates us loggers. Most people hate us loggers, the tree huggers. But you got to understand. See, that's the thing about Arkansas. We're growing it faster than we're cutting it, because not years ago we didn't, but times has changed, because we depend on the forestry.
They grow like 200 trees per one tree or something.
Yeah, and so now we maintain it. It's like, seriously, it's like growing a garden here now. You know, you got to cut trees eventually for several reasons, because they grow old and die, and then they, you know, it becomes forest fire problems if you don't manage the timber right. So, you know, bug gets in it after it gets so old. It's several things. You know, you got, but, you know, I don't always agree with clear cutting like old forest, like hardwood, stuff like that. But now the plantation that we grow now, we clear cut that, but we got so much of it growing. And if you don't cut it, guess what? It's just gonna all sit there, because the pine we plant now ain't the same grade of pine that grew, you know, 60 years ago, 70 years ago. So you got to maintain it. You got to go in and plant it. We plant like 611 trees to an acre, and you go and thin it the first time. You go back in and thin it the second time, then you clear cut it. Well, then the following year they come right back and replant it. In about 13 years, that stuff is ready to be thinned again. And the thing about here in Arkansas, it's a lot of stuff that used to be fields. It never had timber on it. That's all timber now that they've planted. So it's, you know, logging's a big thing in Arkansas. Oh, shoot. You ain't keeping up with the...
Oh, well, you do it.
Oh, okay. I ain't never heard of that. I'm going to have to look that up. Okay. Oh, crap. What'd I do? Oh. Keep up with the...
Owned by the logging company, no weight limits for our trucks, privately owned roads, and we haul into Quebec towns bordering Maine. It's mostly Canadians. Mostly owned by Hubert Timber.
Well, we have a lot of weight laws here.
After a clear cut, all those tracks strip as much carbon with all the saplings as an oak growth forest.
Yeah.
In my 20s, I drove through a lot of states and done what I wanted to see, because once you get old, you won't be in good health.
No, that's exactly right. And see, the big timber companies around here, they spray the forest that they plant. And, you know, the clear cuts is all replanted. They're managed, they burn over, then they roll it up, and they'll burn that, and then they, you know, come back and plant it out with pine trees. And we've really gotten good here in Arkansas.
And apparently those fast growth trees, the plantation pine, doesn't pollinate.
No, they don't. It
won't grow itself.
They don't have pine cones on them.
Like an old.
No, that's the thing about
pine tree.
People don't realize about plantation pine. It don't have pine cones. It ain't supposed to have. Now, I have seen have pine cones, but it don't reproduce. So
it's not just gonna grow somewhere else.
No, and all them trees are genetically engineered over the years.
Oh, they spray here too. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. You don't know what the heck they spray, and they do fertilize the forest here now too. And I don't know about all that, because you never know what they dropping.
They need to stop spraying. I agree.
That because you don't know what you really don't. I mean, you don't know what they're dropping and spraying. You know, I know what they say they supposed to
clone
do.
the male pine trees, I guess.
I guess so, because they don't reseed. They can be 60, 70 years old, and they're not going to reproduce. But it's a monopoly. See, you got to go somewhere to buy them trees. You know what I'm saying? It's all about money. It's all about money.
Yeah, that's why they don't reseed, so you can't get it.
Yeah.
Get the formula.
Yeah. Now these trees on my land is not plantation like you see. That if you've seen in my video, these trees here actually reproduce. I got pine saplings, little pine seedlings all out through there. They have pine cones. They reproduce. It's not. These trees is not what we call the old growth. The old folks call. It's not the real tight grain, but it's not the quick super growth pine either. It's kind of in between, and it still makes good lumber.
Oh shoot! Look at that.
What? What is it? Oh, a horsefly. That.
Hang on. Hurry up.
But yeah, like I say,
it just makes me so upset that people will still go to Lowe's and Home Depot and fill up their cart when there's plenty of independent mills where you can get actual good stuff. In the last 20 years living in Iowa, watching them spray, we have lost so many bugs and birds.
well, yeah, and people don't realize how important birds are, and bugs, insects, because insects pollinate. God wouldn't have put them here, wasn't used for them. And the birds, man, you got to quit. You got to just quit killing the earth. Is what you got to quit doing. I'm not I don't know what. I've got common enough sense to know that you got to quit killing, stuff for no reason. And the chemicals that they use now, it's just unreal. And it's safe. We got what's on it right there on the label. No, you got what you want us to notice in it. You ain't gonna tell us what's really in it. They ain't gonna do that. Good. I was going down the highway the other day and they was repaving the highway, right? Now, for the folks out there, I use oil and diesel to treat my lumber. And they're like, oh, that's just bad for the ground, EPA and all that. Okay, let me say something straight. When you get in your vehicle and you go out and get on that highway, which is made of oil, it's asphalt, it's oil, pea gravel, and they actually put oil down, fresh oil down, liquid oil down, before they lay that asphalt on it. Where does the people think all that's going to? Do you know how much land highways cover in the United States? And not all highways is concrete.
We all have to be a bit emotionally aware. You've seen thousands of birds in people's yards, not no more. You're lucky to see a handful.
Well, we have quite a bit of birds out here. It's usually I got a couple of hawks that's out here. I've done watched.
Oh, that's not no good.
What? Oh yeah, it's not no good for chickens, but I'm not going to get rid of the hawks. For the that's the reason.
I'm not free ranging anyway.
That's the reason why you put stuff up to scare them. But we have a lot of
free range, so we don't have to worry about that, right?
No. Well, yeah. We're gonna have Gage anyway. Gage is he's our hawk chicken dog. Gage will be out there protecting the chickens.
I do kind of want to move out here and get like a livestock dog that kind of walks around the perimeter. Because our dog, we have dogs already, but they're not really trained.
Our dogs ain't nothing but.
They didn't grow up around here, so.
Rush around. They Russian bear dogs is what our dogs are. Rush around the house and bear down on a biscuit.
Scar's been out here a bunch. He was out here a bunch when we first got him. But even him having out here, he wasn't really like a guard dog.
Yeah,
But since unfortunately, you guys, we are downsizing to just one track. So we're gonna have like 3-something acres is what we went down from 10 to just 3. It's really sad, but it was what we had to do financially for us. Hey, Judge, it's what we had to do financially for us because we're not making a lot off YouTube. Not enough to sustain, or we're living it now, and to have this until we're ready to move out here. So we downsized, and So we really need to make sure we have a fence.
Yeah.
All that to say, we need to make sure we have a fence.
Yeah.
Because we won't have these two on the other side of us that nobody's on. We're hoping nobody gets it, and then when we move out here and get more established, then we'll be able to add them back on. But as of right now, which technically, it sucks, but we really didn't know what to do with all 10 anyway. And so, initially when we looked at these, Steven wanted 2. He wanted this one, but somebody already had it. So we settled with 3. And then we eventually added 2. So where our house is sitting right now is the land that Steven wanted in the first place.
Yeah. It's got most of all the timber on it. It's loaded pretty heavy with pine trees and some hardwood. Some.
Grant Gordon said I need a new cattle dog. My girl's getting old.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a couple of my dogs is pretty old.
And like our neighbor down the road, she bred her dog. It's a German Shepherd, Eastern German Shepherd. And I would have liked to have one of her puppies, but when you're not out here, it's kind of, I can't really take on any more right now.
Yeah.
Until we actually, move out here. Which Steven said he wanted another German Shepherd anyway.
Yeah.
We had already found a breeder.
I had one when I was a kid. Loved that dog. Loved that dog. Best dog ever owned. Her name was Lady. Lady was her name.
I've always wanted a husky, but then I see those videos and they go, ooh.
Judge, I'm feeling okay. Don't have the ump I used to have. I get out here in this heat and I just can't last as long as I used to,
We go back sometime in July to do another scope to see how the varicose veins are doing. Actually need to make a couple of doctor's appointments. There's just so many doctors that he has to see, and the appointments.
That's Pyrenees and Border Collie. I bet that's pretty.
Ooh, Pyrenees are.
I call them Great Pyrenees. Them pretty dogs. They're big dogs.
Yogi said get a big cat. We got some tomcats. Hey,
Yeah.
my dude.
We got 2 tomcats. They ain't really big, but they, boy, them 2 cats we got.
Man, you should see when you get some of them.
Yeah. You feed them.
They fight each other.
Yeah. Yeah, we have. Well, see, we had to protect the woodpeckers, certain woodpeckers here. They only they put their homes in oak grove trees, and you can't cut nothing around it for for a really big area, as long as they're active,
How would anybody know? They gonna go tell?
Yeah.
Complain after you cut down their home?
Yeah, Judge, it happens with age. It sure does, especially when you have medical problems. Don't help, and then the medicine you take don't help. I mean, I don't know,
Yeah, I need to make a couple of doctor's appointments. We're still working on getting disability.
But
We haven't heard any more determination about that yet.
We couldn't have to get off of here because we got to go. And we ain't going. Y'all, we couldn't have to get off of here because we fixing to head out, and we won't have no signal down the road to be live. Appreciate everybody for coming in. Love talking to everybody. We hadn't been live in a few days. So, but we probably going to be back out here live tomorrow. Be earlier when it's cooler. Unless I decide to take Gage fishing in the morning, I don't know.
I mean, you go fishing in the morning?
Yeah, Bill, this world's changed a lot in my 56 years. I tell you, a lot. But anyway, y'all, we fixing to get off of here. Appreciate everybody for coming in. Everybody have a nice evening and enjoyed talking to y'all. And I guess we're going to get off here. You have to close it out, Adam. Bye-bye.